Well, good morning, everybody. How's everything going out there? Woke up to a pain level of 7-8 today. Morphine's already taken. Should have worked. I'm still on a 6-7. So, anyway, I'm exhausted today. Shooting videos, having to run down to the mailbox for the mail lady yesterday. I had to reshoot a video, so I shot it twice. Took me an hour, then an hour for upload. Well, it eventually gets online. Hope you guys like the prism pictures. I think those are cool. I will be doing more of those. Even come up with some memes for them too, with some other filters on the pictures. But anyway, today is a request. Somebody wanted to know about osteoporosis and medical marijuana. Yes, it cures it. It fixes it. It makes your bones grow. It helps your bones grow. I've got all the facts and figures inside. I like starting outside with a cigarette. It's like in the high 30s right now. High 40s. It was 53 earlier, and then as soon as the sun started coming up, the temperature actually dropped 5 degrees. So I was out here earlier without my robe on. Now I have to wear my robe. Pretty sunrise, too. Look. Get a live shot of my sunrise. Yay! You can see it coming up. Pretty enough. I'm going to go inside and do my notes and talk about osteoporosis and medical marijuana. I just did about 20 minutes of note-taking. Everything should be ready. All I gotta do is get my nicotine fix in. I will see you inside in just a second. Pause. Still there? I'll be right with you. Don't go away. Okay, we're going back out here to the living room. Don't need that lamp on anymore. But I need this lamp for my spotlight. I'm in the spotlight. How's everybody doing out there today? So, Susan, was that you? Requested specifically about cannabis and osteoporosis. It works. I guarantee you. I'm going to share this over to YouTube too. Maybe my subscribers will like to hear about that. Come to my YouTube channel. It's at RT Huff, Huff, at 415. RT Huff 415 at Gmail. And I'm uploading a lot of my medical marijuana videos there because that's what my channel is for. This will be marijuana. Osteoporosis cured. So, medical marijuana and bones and osteoporosis. I need to do one more thing. Hold on again. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it's early morning. My throat's still raw from last night. So one hit makes me cough my ass off. Sorry. Okay. 10 million Americans alone suffer from osteoporosis. Out of 10 million Americans, over 50. 10 million Americans over 50 have osteoporosis. 80% are women. So is my friends list. 80% or more are women. Because you suffer fibromyalgia and chronic and autoimmune diseases more than men. I'm in the 10 percentile. 90% of women have. 90% of fibromyalgia people are women. I'm in the 10%. Yay, I'm special. Mom says I'm special. What's the big Sheldon on Big Bang Theory? I'm not crazy. My mom had me tested. Okay, so anyway, 23 minutes. I've just got one page of info here. I took off of one site. Can't remember the name of the site now. I already lost it. I should have wrote it down. But it had everything I need on it for this video. As I said, 10 million Americans over 50 have osteoporosis. 80% are women. An additional 34 million Americans, total, men and women, have low bone mass, also called osteopenia, which this predisposes you to developing osteoporosis. Now, new research has been revealing that the ECS, the endogenous cannabinoid system, in our DNA, at a basic subcellular level, every cell in your body reacts as CB receptors. And these receptors are all over your body. CBD, hemp-based, great. Non-psychoactive, non-addicting. You don't get high, you get healed. They actually talk about THC being a good add-on, so that's medical cannabis, not medical hemp. So, anyway. But this predisposes you, low bone mass predisposes you to get osteoporosis. And the research is revealing that the endogenous cannabinoid system plays a significant natural role in the development of bone mass, leading to whether or not medical marijuana plays a role in fighting osteoporosis. The question is, will it? Well, hip and spine are your most vulnerable places, because they take your full body weight, almost, except for the weight of your legs below your hips. Everything up here is, 70 to 80% of your body weight, sitting on your hips, sitting on your spine. All this weight, okay, we're very fragile structures. And then, osteoporosis right there. It means your bones get less dense. Easy fractures. Happened to Grandma. Before my grandma died, at 2000, she made it to 2000. But she was kind of had dementia too. Her house was hoarded. She'd order things over and over again because she'd forget she ordered them out of the book. She had children's doll houses by the dozens. When they went to her home, after they put her in a home, they went through her house, and there was just nothing but a little trail. It looked like hoarders. Anyway, she pulled out, and nobody knew she was gone. Everybody else wasn't living in New York around her, so she didn't have anybody around close to her. And she pulled out into traffic right in front of somebody, got T-boned, and they found out she had osteoporosis because she broke her hip and a bunch of other stuff. So not only did she lose her mind, but she lost her bone mass. She was almost 70, I think, when she went. Her husband died early, too. He died at 61 years old. I'm only 6 years away from that. I plan on living, and I'm going to medicate with marijuana so that I will live longer than my grandparents and my parents. I want to live to be 100. I won't get bored. I told you in yesterday's video, I don't get bored. I entertain myself, even if it has to be right here. Theoretical, if I kill somebody and I go to jail, I'm going to do all I can to get out of population and go into solitary. I don't care if I have to take on the biggest guys there in fights until they put me in solitary, because that's where I'll be happiest and safest. And people around me are safer too, because I won't like being confined in jail. So I'd be much better off in isolation. That's just me. That's how I work. Medical marijuana, I hope if they put you in jail, I hope it would be cruel and unusual punishment. So for being a chronic pain patient, they'd have to supply me with my medications. But anyway, so hip and spine, most vulnerable because of its body weight. And it's estimated that 50% of women and 25% of men over 50 will suffer from osteoporosis-related fractures during their lifetimes. Now they're using what they call biophosphates, biologics. We all know my thoughts on Big Pharma and biologics. Well, these biophosphates, for example, Bxnxvxa, Fosamax, Reclast, and Actonel. These are the most commonly used now. But we already know that medical marijuana beats out everything that Big Pharma makes. Yay, they synthesized THC into a pill. I'm sorry, but you're lacking the CBD, CBG, CBN, CBR, CBV, THCV, THCA. You're lacking terpenes, you're lacking phytocannabinoids, you're lacking flavonoids. Marinol is worthless. Sativex is worthless. Vet CBD is actually a better product than the Big Pharma's CBD Sativex for humans. Yes, the veterinary medicine of Bxnxvxa is better for vets and dogs and cats and animals because they all have an ECS, so they're using vet CBD to help treat animals with age-related illness, arthritis, like poor Pena back here. Hi, Pena. Right there? Yeah. She got her legs. This one sits out like this. It bends. Her legs are like this, or sort of like that. It bows out at the knee, and sometimes she'll run around a tripod because it was broken and not reset properly. Well, now she's like 14 to 17 years old, somewhere in there. Well, 12 to 15 years old probably. So Bet's estimated was 7 years when we got her. It's 7 years now. So 14 years old. And I think she likes the secondhand smoke. I think it's helping her pain, and she realizes it. Instead of leaving the room like she used to, she's now staying in the room because I think she's feeling better in the marijuana smoke. And I don't directly do it at her. I've got high voltage ceilings here that I blow my smoke up, and it dissipates. Fan blows it, and we've got air purifiers sucking the air in 24/7. So it keeps the air. I mean, look how high our ceilings are. Dun, 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 dun. So you can see the TV, look all the way up there. Our vaulted ceilings go up to about 12 feet at the peak. But I'm getting ahead of myself. 13 minutes. I had some time to talk about. But these biophosphates that are commonly used now come with side effects. Yes. The most common side effects of Bxnxvxa, Fosamax, Reclast, and Actonel are nausea, upset stomach, inflammation of your esophagus. That means it's working on your stomach, and as it goes down your throat, it's affecting you negatively. That's my whole big thing with Big Pharma. Everything they do, chemotherapy, fracking morphine down into OxyContin, synthetic methamphetamines, Adderall, and Ritalin. All these are a desperate attempt to keep medical marijuana away from us because everything they have has side effects. And as they learn the side effects, they use that as a new cure for another disease. Humira was originally for fibromyalgia. Now it's being used for psoriatic arthritis, psoriasis, eczema, and it still has other side effects. Okay, it's just a never-ending stepping stone of side effects that Big Pharma keeps adding and keeps pumping these things into us. We don't need them. Medical marijuana. Inflammation of the esophagus. Now, in addition to these biologics, these biophosphates, in addition, most people will experience bone pain and joint and muscle pain, cardiac arrhythmia. That's where your heart goes. Trust me, I've had arrhythmia before. I've felt it, and that's what timing is like. I told you about my self-timing in my head from my drumming. Okay. Now, cardiac arrhythmia, a rare side effect called osteonecrosis, which is bone damage of the jaw. You're trying to fix all the bones in your body, but it attacks your jaw and damages it. Okay? What's going to happen the next time you buy a convenience store burrito and bite into it and your jaw fractures? Just from the force of what... Because humans have a strong bite strength. Not as high as a lot of animals in the animal kingdom, but we've got, if somebody goes into an epileptic fit and you get your finger inside their mouth, you're gonna lose that finger. They'll bite right through the bone. Seen it happen. You don't stick your finger in an epileptic's mouth unless it's to rub CBD up on the gums. And by then their teeth are already clenched. But you have to watch out, because sometimes they'll open and reclose. So if your fingers are in there, you gotta be careful. I've seen epileptic fits with all these side effects that happen. But bone damage to the jaw, you're fixing bone damage in 211 bones, but you're damaging the 212th. Does that make sense? How in the hell can these people look us in the eye and say that Bxnxvxa is the best medicine for your osteoporosis if it's gonna make your jaw break? Okay? And humans, we are so fragile when we get osteoporosis. People stand up, take a couple steps, and the bone will fracture. Just from the weight of the body. And just because the bone got to that density to where you just moved just right, and it happened. That's what happens with osteoporosis. Any damage to your body is going to be magnified into your bones because of the porosis. Okay? Some people think osteoporosis, well, your bones should get more flexible. No, they get brittle. And they shatter easily. Shatter. Not just fracture, but shatter into pieces. So, osteonecrosis of the jaw. In January 11th, 1/11/11, FDA issued new warnings about these medications. They'd only been out for a year. These things came out in 2010, don't even that. I was watching the commercials, I remember. 1 year later, the FDA has got the warnings out. What does that tell you about Big Pharma? As far as everything I've told you about. They're pushing these drugs through. The FDA, I'm positive the FDA and the DEA already know what all these side effects are and how bad they are. But they want to keep cannabis illegal. And they want to keep hemp industry illegal because of the DAPL crap. Industrial hemp. You don't need to run a pipeline anywhere near the Native American reservation. You don't have to. Plant hemp on the Native Americans' land. Let them work it. Pay them for working it. And they sell their product. Guess what? You have just turned around 200, 300 years of genocide on the Native Americans. And we've given them casinos. Native Americans got their casinos. Great. I'm happy for them. They get money from their casinos, plus they get their yearly check from the government for the reservation crap. That all happened back in the 1800s. What was my point here? I even got off track and I actually lost my mind. But the FDA warnings about these meds. After 5 years, they say, bones will actually become too brittle. Mic drop. I'm sorry. The side effects of a bone strengthening medication is bone weakening. I'm done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. No, it's laughable. It makes me laugh and then cry. Because this is such an idiotic way to run the healthcare for this country. Okay? All this positive that I'm finding, all these positives and very few negatives to medical marijuana and hemp-derived cannabidiol, everything points to what? Big Pharma is trying to kill us to make the almighty frickin' dollar. That's it. Big Pharma, big oil, paper companies, plastic manufacturing, car bodies from hemp, resin stiffened hemp, stronger than steel, takes a sledgehammer without denting. Right there. All those industries are afraid of hemp, and they're afraid of medical marijuana. And it's all because of this. The FDA didn't just issue their warning on January 11th. They knew from the clinical trials what these drugs did. Okay? They just gave it a certain amount of time to let the pharmaceutical companies rape us for these expensive-ass phosphate biologics, limimabs, glutides. It's just freaking wrong. As we age, osteoblasts, bone-forming cells, and osteoclasts, which are reabsorbing cells, they cannot keep up with each other, which leads to osteoporosis. Recent studies of the ECS, including CB1 and CB2 receptors, and the two main cannabinoids, anandamide and 2-AG, found in the skeleton, are involved in regulating bone metabolism. CB1 receptor deficiency in mice causes an age-dependent osteoporosis due to marked increase in bone reabsorption and reduction in bone formation, leading to increased fat cells in the bone marrow, which in and of itself is not a good thing. Okay? So, mice that they took the CB1 receptors out of suffered. The CB receptors are in our bodies. CB1, CB2, maybe it's third, plus the THC in your brain. Naturally occurring in our DNA. Everything these drug companies put out gets in your DNA and stays there for life. It stays there for life and it keeps you poisoned. I'm sorry, a lot of people, someone just told me the other day they were doing fine on this new Tresiba. Yes, said she was doing okay on Tresiba. Look at the side effects and look at what they say for time. Some of those big, long, tiny writing things they put in the pill bottles, in the box with the pill bottle, tells you all these warnings. Look, read those. I know it's a lot. Put on the magnifiers and follow along with every little word. Make sure you read everything on that pamphlet, because you will be amazed at what the side effects are and then you'll know better what to watch for, because your doctor will not tell you everything. that's in that pamphlet. The lethal dose, the LD50, the lethal dose of the medication, things like that. The doctor doesn't tell you that. He just tells you, take this, it will make your bones stronger. Oh, but be careful about getting hit in the jaw, because your bones may break in your jaw. Sorry, we're trying to keep the bones from breaking. Don't give me something that's going to make some of my bones brittle. It does not make sense. Now, the activation of the CB2 receptors expressed in the osteoblasts and osteoclasts. Osteoblasts make bone. Osteoclasts reabsorb bone cells and take it away. That's what reabsorption is bad. And a reduction in bone formation leading to increased fat cells in the bone marrow. The CB2 receptors are expressed in the blasts and clasts, and activation stimulates bone formation and limits reabsorption. This is the good thing. Activation of the CB2 receptors lessens bone loss by restraining reabsorption and enhancing bone formation. Both CB receptors. Okay, they did a CB1 deficiency in mice and found out that it caused osteoporosis. So you need your CB1 receptor. And here are the CB2. Stimulates formation rather than reabsorption. And it keeps you from getting excess fat cells in your bone marrow, which can lead to what? Bone marrow cancer. Yes. Okay. Researchers do believe that the exogenous cannabinoids, either natural or synthetic, they put, will be a treatment for osteoporosis. And this one Israeli researcher found that the administration of THC and CBD to animals with fractures stimulates the healing process of the bones. Summary: medical marijuana is a safer and more effective treatment than standard pharmaceuticals. Cannabis enhances the healing process in bone fractures or bone damage. Look at that. I just about hit everything right on the mark. It's going on 28 minutes. I am going to smoke up after a while I upload this, and then I'll be uploading it to YouTube after that. And, really quick here, I'm exhausted. I need to take a day off. Maybe two. I will be around, but I'm not going to shoot videos or do any long posts. Show some pictures, make some memes with my new Prisma app that I love, making those funny pictures. And I just need, yesterday, I told you guys, I just put a brand new battery in my phone, Friday. All day yesterday I could not get above 40%. Why? Everybody out there, I know you love me. Thank you. I love you. You guys keep me busy and you keep me occupied. But my brand new battery, I could not get it to charge past 40% yesterday because I kept having to go on, answer 30 comments. I'm not saying don't comment. Talk to me. I love it. Great. But for the next day and a half or 2 days, I might shoot a video tomorrow. It depends on how I feel in the morning. The way I feel right now is I'm ready to fall on my face after a full night of sleeping. Can't help it. What it is, it's just the exertion. Yesterday I had to jump in the truck and go down to the mailbox, come back, reshoot my video, wait for the video to upload. I showered and shaved. God, I already got stubble. 5 o'clock shadow on my head. "29 minutes. I can't let this hit 30. But there we go. Osteoporosis, medical marijuana. Diabetes, medical marijuana. Or just hemp-derived CBD. Tracy Morgan Gibson, CBD hemp saved me on Facebook. AONmothernature.com. Debbie's starting to use her products. She's already got the bone, the chaga pills with CBD for her adrenal fatigue. And we're now going to try the cancer preventing spray or oil for drops. So, 30 minutes. Bye. Peace. Peace out. Free marijuana from the prison of ignorance.